Jesus. And that's why we have started this podcast.
That's a real thing, though.
This is how we're going to start. You ready?
Look how pretty your handwriting is.
That's my secret journal.
Don't tell them.
All right, listen. This is how we're going to start. We're going to stare at each other in the face, and then we're going to say affirmations to one another. And you have
so
to,
beautiful.
but
No,
you
can't laugh.
You have to repeat what I'm saying as I'm saying it.
Okay.
Okay. I believe. You're not saying anything. You say it as I'm saying it.
Oh, I say the same thing.
Yes.
I'm not saying one for you.
No, you're repeating what I'm saying.
I said I believe.
You're not repeating it. You're saying it as I say it.
Okay.
I believe in you.
In you.
You are beautiful. You are precious. No one is like you.
Okay,
Why are you crying already? Please keep repeating what I'm saying. Why are you crying
already?
We are starting a podcast. Oh my gosh. Off the rails. Immediate.
I need a tissue.
Welcome. Yeah, they've got toilet paper up there for if I poop myself playing video games.
Eyes.
Huh?
Is I got black stuff on my face?
You have tears under your eyes, but not black.
Is it smeared?
Smeared?
I need tissue.
Is it smeared?
I'm so sad. Psych.
We're going to have to edit this so much, but it will be so much more funny because we edit it.
Do we need to set a timer? I can set one on my phone.
We just probably need to keep track of time in general.
Let's do this. Siri, set a timer for 1 hour.
An hour?
1 hour. Counting down.
I don't think we need to set it that way. You could just start a stopwatch and watch it.
Siri, start the stopwatch.
Okay.
It's going.
Siri, record this podcast. Okay, so. All right, everybody. Welcome to Genuinely Funny. This is a podcast. I am Ben Patat. This is Kendall Patat, my wife. We're not brothers and sisters. We're husband and wife. We kiss. It's awesome.
White stripes.
No. This is our very first podcast, and it's going to be incredibly crazy and off the rails and with no direction. And I say that there's some direction. Our whole goal is just to kind of get started. You got to start somewhere. We've got some cool fancy mics. I feel very fancy because we bought cool mics.
Mine blends in.
It does, behind your hair. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to figure this out as we go. But we wanted to maybe, the whole goal is to, bring a little lightheartedness into the world. And we figured why not take our crazy minds and put it on the internet.
Yeah. So we're both pretty ADD. And we both have very... You're so much.
Go ahead.
You're so much.
She stopped. I want it to be noted that she stopped mid-sentence to tell me that I'm more ADD than her.
Because you made a face. We're both... We both have just brains that are so weird and think very differently than most people.
Yes.
And it's a miracle that we found each other. Praise God.
Yes.
Because I will probably make so many references that no one will get except for Ben.
And even I won't appreciate them.
But you will, and you do, because you stuck it out this long.
Yes. We were made for each other.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily a good thing, but we were made for each other. Our brains are diseased and perishing, but they were made to disease and perish together.
Yeah. So, anyways, here's the deal. Life is hard.
Very.
Stunted. But we want to say, life is hard. We've been through some really tough seasons the past few years, but, find the joy.
Yeah, so this all started with, we live in an internet age. And one thing that I noticed was just that there were not enough podcasts. So we were nobody, no husband and wife.
There's no voices out
couples,
in the world.
Yeah, nobody has a podcast. There's this new novel thing called podcasting. And so we were we probably should do one and blaze the trail for couples podcasting. And so here we are. No, but for real, it was we'll get into that, I think, a little bit more. But we've just been in this hard season. and that's been years long. And I mean, life is still hard. We have 3 boys, Bear, Dylan, and Shepherd. Bear's 10. Dylan just turned 7. Shepherd just turned 4. And they are feral boys. They are feral children. It all comes from Kendall, nothing from me. I was perfect angel baby child.
But they're fun.
But they're super fun and super silly and just as goofy as we are, if not more so. But anyway, so like life is just busy and crazy and hard. Kendall's a stay-at-home mom. I do real estate. I have my own like team brand called Legacy Homes with Brand Name Real Estate, which is based out of Charleston. We are in the upstate of South Carolina.
Which a lot of people are moving to. So
a lot of people.
You need to buy or sell.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Yes. The only reason we're doing this is so that we can make more money. No. That is a very real thing. My whole thing, I'm a people person. I love meeting people and helping them achieve their goals. And so if that happens to be through real estate, awesome. Reach out to us. Happy to help. Would love to. But we've just been in this season kind of hiddenness, maybe. I was going to say hiding, but maybe hiddenness is better.
I don't think we were actively hiding.
We weren't actively running from things. It's just that, we have been going through a lot of healing. And I was at a church service. Our church here in the upstate, we did a conference. And I was just sitting there and I felt the Holy Spirit say, I don't know why this way, this is probably a better way of saying it, but what is the chief export of our family? Like, what is it that we as the Patats carry that we give away? And I kind of had ideas in my mind, but I texted Kendall like immediately. I was like, if you had to put it into like 1 or 2 words, what is the thing that we carry well? And really it's just because of who we are. It's not because it's something that we've like trained, but what is the thing that we carry well that we give away to people that we do life with? And you immediately said authenticity and laughter. Yeah. And I didn't need to come up. I was like, yep, done. That's it. Like, we value as a family, as individuals who have created a family, we value authenticity and we value laughter. Laughter is my favorite thing to do. One of my favorite things to do is to sit around a table, eat delicious food, and laugh and spend hours there when we could be doing something else. Just that presentness, the stillness, and like just having fun. We love to laugh. Yeah. We love being goofy. We love being silly. I'm surely most of the people who are going to watch 5 minutes of this are going to be our friends and family who do know us and who have laughed with us and have probably walked away thinking we need to pray for Ben and Kendall because they are absolutely crazy. Unhinged. And so this idea of authenticity and laughter is like just stuck in me. I don't know about you, but like, I'm like, that is who we are. Like we are followers of Christ first and foremost. And we will talk plenty about faith and things like that, but that's not the whole goal. Because that's who we are, that will come out of us. But the whole goal of this is for us to be real, authentic, and just be goofy and silly and have a fun time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool.
Yes.
So welcome to Genuinely Funny. That was the name that we came up with for the podcast because we wanted things to be genuine and funny. Clever, right? And we just kind of had this whole idea, like, again, we live in the internet age, social media. We are off and on social media back and forth, loving it, hating it. And so we were just like, what if we kind of engaged with it and tried to create and bring something to the table that was life-giving,
Yeah. That's the thing, is like the internet is like a black hole of despair or disassociating with hilarious things.
Yes.
So we wanted to be some middle ground.
Yes. Yeah. We wanted to be something that's like, I don't know, if nothing else, funny and wholesome. We probably will be not wholesome all the time, but
don't have a great censor sometimes. So
filter.
Yes. But that's also like, yes.
It's also what makes you you.
Yeah. So, but that was our point of, there's just our heart is to always make space for people to be themselves with us.
Absolutely.
Like,
don't bring a show. Bring exactly where you are.
And I think part of why we feel so. I mean, we're all just unique in the way that God made us, but a big thing for us is we've been in spaces where putting on masks is just like how you survive. Like and like that sucks. No one wants to live like that.
Yeah.
So, and we don't subscribe to that, and we never have. It's probably gotten us kicked out of places. Probably like we're just like pushed out because, you know, that
we're not going to play that game.
We're not going to play that game. And what's the point? What's the point of living life if you can't live life with people, go through the hard things, the fun things, laugh till you cry. Cry till you laugh. All of it.
It's a real thing.
That's very real. So, you know, we want to use the things that we've learned over the years together, just who we are as people, things the Lord has taught us, the things that we're healing from. Because, like, healing is ugly and messy, but also sometimes you just got to see the humor in it.
Yes.
And
that's the cry till you laugh part.
Yeah.
Like, what else can I do right now but just laugh?
Yeah.
Because of how ridiculous this is.
And we just, we have a lot of friends that are going through a lot of things too, and that we
are doing life with
and just enjoy. And so that's what we want to talk about. So you'll hear so many unhinged things. we just talk about everything in our day-to-day life. We obviously, like Ben has his business stuff. We're parents. We
homeschool. We
homeschool. We know a lot about random homeschool. We know a lot about like random lizards and stuff because we homeschool. So
why did you break out there? We know so much about dinosaurs. We know facts about lizards,
turtles, birds, plants.
Name 3 other animals. Go.
Go ahead. Leopards, cheetahs. They're all the same cats. Lions. Okay, no. Okay.
Leopards, cats.
Cats. Okay.
So this is what this podcast will be.
But we also we'll talk about just because like we both are really into healing our insides and our outsides right now. Mm-hmm. So we have a gym downstairs. We've been on a health journey for several years.
So like ultimately what we're getting at is the goal of this podcast is just to be like, here's what's going on in our life, or here's something we heard about, and let's talk about it.
I love a conspiracy.
Kendall's, yes, she is on FBI watch lists as a conspiracy. Flat. Okay, no, we're not starting there, and but just talk about anything, and everything, and it will be messy, and it will be hopefully funny, and hopefully life-giving, and if nothing else, you'll get to know us a little more, and feel free to judge us because we don't care.
Name 3 animals. 3,
I'm not like
2,
other girls.
1, go.
3 animals: puppy, cat.
Mama, cat. You missed it. Where's the 3rd one? Churros.
Rhinoceroses.
How do you say
rhinoceros?
Plural.
Rhinoceri.
Isn't it? Octopi?
They're a group of rhinos is called a something.
A group of crows is called a murder.
Murder. A group of rhinos is called a
pugs is like a puggle.
That's a group of rhinos is called like a crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, because they will crush you when they run over you.
They will. And that is the person that actually gave the name Crush yelled it out as they were killing him.
They will run over you.
It's like, Crush! And that's how they came up with the name.
Crush. This group is Crush.
This group is a crush. So yeah, so this is going to be absolutely off the rails, and I hope that you enjoy it. But yeah, so like as we were saying, we've just been in this season of hiddenness. We came out of a church situation that was very unhealthy. We might go into that in a longer video or something. But anyway, the long story short of what I want to bring that up is we had stepped into this kind of way of life that was like never, like not necessarily don't be yourself, but if you're like, make sure that there's absolutely no pride in you, no self-seeking mentality, and like drawing attention to yourself in any way, form or facet.
Because it took attention off leadership.
Yes, off leadership. They would say Jesus, but they meant leadership. And so we just like who we are, being loud and silly and goofy, but also authentic and loving and compassionate. we just stuffed down. Like we never lost our compassion, we never lost our authenticity, but good Lord, it just felt like we were being crushed by, like we just held back. We weren't our full selves. That is what we want to be with this podcast. That is what we want to do. We want to do a bunch of different things social media wise. I love music and leading worship musically. I love the whole grand idea of worship and interacting and worshiping God. And so I've done some live streaming stuff on YouTube, and I'm working to get that set up and doing live streaming things. So that's like an avenue. I've got real estate stuff that I hate doing content for because...
But you make really funny...
Well, so that was how, that's the goal is across all of this, Kendall does interior design stuff and just homemaking, she's fantastic with plants, fantastic with interior design stuff. And so she's going to be doing stuff with her personal stuff that way. We want to do genuinely funny as a podcast, but also post clips because we love watching Theo Von clips where he says something absolutely crazy. And we're not Theo Von, but we are absolutely crazy. And so we'll post little clips and things like that. And what's the other one that I'm forgetting? Oh, I'm also I love songwriting, and so I've been writing more as we've come out of that season of hiddenness. That was something that I didn't do for 10 years. Yeah. Because it was you want to write songs? What are you trying to make yourself famous? And it's no, that's just who I am. I love music. I love writing songs.
You're the best songs.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But and so we're just trying to. We're just it's enough hiding.
Yeah.
And so we're just in whatever way that we can, shine our light, be authentic, laugh, and maybe touch somebody's life. That's great. Yeah. We want to do that. So this is how we're doing it.
We'll be better at topics.
Sure, but we might not. I mean, again, there's no topics. We want to play some games. We want to talk about our week. I look forward to when we actively argue on here for the first time. Come in here, pissed off, and we just fight right now. Fight. You know what I don't like about you? It's just how beautiful you are. Now, tell me 5 things you hate about me. Go.
Farts. You poop a lot. You poop so much.
That's 3. 2 poops.
2 poops and a fart.
Boom, boom. Fart and 2 poops.
You're really loud walker. You're loud you stomp.
Okay, yes. Comment down below. Like and subscribe. Smash that like button. But, okay, Kendall, I'm a night owl. I'll stay up way too late. Kendall goes to bed at 9. Now, she is a little bookworm now, freaking nerd.
Yeah,
and
I love books.
I will judge her for that because she's reading sinful material. Not really. Fantasy novels. Anyways, but I'm trying to creep through the house when I do come to bed. And if anything happens in the whole world, it's as if I've slapped her in the face with a 2x4.
No, you're so loud. You just don't know it because you're just used to your own loudness.
Yeah. Well,
let's talk about that though. Let's back it up. Let's talk about, listen, I've been thinking about this with books.
Okay.
The lore of how okay, so romanticy is a thing now. But I was thinking about with my generation.
Buckle up. Buckle up.
With our generation of millennials, where this started was, maybe we've talked about this before.
This is our first podcast, so we haven't talked about it here.
We might have talked, okay, I see what you did there. So I love fantasy, so Lord of the Rings, obviously.
Yep.
Which has been around for a while. Reading it with our oldest. Obviously, the movies came out when we were teenagers.
They made movies?
Which
Harry
had
Potter.
this whole research, and then you had Harry Potter came out. I remember the first book came out when I was in 5th grade. So then you just had this whole growing up of reading these just beautiful, well-written, awesome fantasy stories, but they also have so much Christ imagery in them. And you're just rooting so hard. You should talk about in a minute that difference between why people go so hard for Lord of the Rings versus Dune because of the hero-ness.
This is not a book podcast.
Well, it is right now. So, anyways, I was just saying I love fantasy.
It is right now.
And then also I grew up on classic British literature. I learned about Jane Austen.
British.
Yeah. Learned about Jane Austen when I was in grade British lit. Fell in
Stone
love.
Cold Jane Austen.
Wait, what is he? He does this. Boo. Yeah. We need to go see another wrestling event.
Continue on. With.
Anyway, so I love Jane Austen, and then because you're like, girl, and you're like, romance, yay, and then it's just like slow burn, and it's so sweet and wholesome, and then you just want that so much for yourself.
There was a point
There was
when
a
you
point.
when you first started speaking.
There was a point.
You had a point.
Okay, back up. My point being, I think the love, like why romantasy is blowing up so hardcore right now is because you have this fan base.
Yeah, you
of
mentioned
like,
millennials. Like we
Millennial.
grew up on that.
Yeah, so you have this like
But
people
now
who love just like fantasy.
we like fantasy.
We like romance.
I don't know why I'm saying we. You like fantasy.
Merge it together.
You like romance.
Yeah.
Merge
It's like
it
you're
together.
putting Tolkien and Austen together and tainting
It's like
it a little
50
bit.
Shades of Tolkien.
No.
No?
Don't taint that. He's so sweet. He
Don't
was
say
a great
taint.
man. Oh, we can't say that on this. Taint.
Oh, my mom's gonna be so mad at me.
She's gonna put soap in my mouth.
Yeah.
You got lard in yours.
So that is a thing.
That's the thing.
So
And
Kendall likes fantasy books.
why
So what,
people like the hero, the epic hero journey is because like remind me of that.
you
That
said
was really
Dune
good.
and Lord of the Rings or whatever. I don't remember what I said about it.
Well, maybe you sent me some about it, but it's talking about because in Lord of the Rings you have
Oh, I
like
have to look that up. I
Frodo.
remember it's like like the perspective that Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings versus what Hubert wrote Dune as.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's about the character. It's like we'd have to look that up.
It's like the heart behind it though.
Yeah, the heart behind it is like the
intent.
intentions of the characters in Dune are well written characters, but their intentions are like maybe it was like
They're a lot more self.
there was a lack of morality in
Yeah.
the universe as a whole,
Yeah.
and so you would have characters like Paul Atreides that was supposed to be the hero that would also do terrible things.
Right.
Whereas in Tolkien's world, there was a morality, there was a good and an evil.
Yeah, there was a light and a dark, a very obvious.
And your heroes were heroes.
Yeah.
And they would, because of honor, do the right thing, even if it cost them their life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what that was.
It's so good.
But you were talking about like the story, like the Christology, I guess, or like throughout in books. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. Like there's a guy like Joseph Campbell that I know just his name and very little about, but he wrote about like the hero's journey.
Yeah.
And compared it to Christ
Yeah.
and his journey. And I don't know that he was a believer. He might have been an atheist and was just like, he might have said that the Christ journey is not an original idea. It's actually the idea behind all storytelling. But I don't know any of those things. I know enough to say something wrong.
What was it C.S. Lewis said about when you're raising kids and like specifically
You are
boys?
all over the place.
But it goes into that because he was talking about like reading to your kids about like these hero stories, like
Yeah.
reading Lord of the Rings, stuff like that, and even like when we read Narnia or Harry Potter and all that, like so that when they have this understanding of good and bad or light versus dark, and that sometimes the heroes fail, but ultimately good will conquer evil. So when they get out into the world, they're
Yeah.
not surprised
when
like,
they see evil.
When they see
Yeah.
evil.
Yeah.
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 And it's like,
That's a very real thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to we homeschool our kids. When I grew up, homeschooling was like, oh, you're sheltering them.
So weird.
Keep them in a box. I mean, we are very weird. But yeah, homeschool kids were super weird when I was younger. And I remember being like in youth group and being like, oh, these homeschool kids are weird. I don't ever want to homeschool my kids. And now we're like, I'm never putting my kids in public school.
Well,
And we are very weird. But like...
we tried public school.
Pause. And just let me finish my thought before you jump into yours. But like that the idea of like sheltering your kids, like put them in a box. Our whole goal is to help them truly be themselves and know how to work in a world that, in my opinion, actively wants to destroy you and make you fit into as a cog into the wheel.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's a very real thing. So yeah, anarchy. It's not Sons of Anarchy, it's Moms of Anarchy.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. It's a new show we're going to be producing on FX called Moms of Anarchy. and they ride around in Honda Odysseys.
Minivan gang.
Yeah.
Gang.
And they have a Kindle in their hand that they use.
And we're just throwing sourdough at people.
Throwing sourdough at people, essential oils all over everyone, Moms of Anarchy.
Bless them
and
all.
talking about how the earth is flat and
Prove it's not.
chemtrails are real.
Those are that's very
know.
obvious now.
Yeah. It's not a conspiracy theory if they confirm that it's real.
Yeah. We're moved beyond conspiracy.
So one thing you will notice on here is that Kindle will just say something like it's real. Or like, maybe not only say like it's real, like it's a indisputable fact.
I like to provoke your thoughts.
Well, okay. So and she'll just be like, you know that Bigfoot drinks tea with the queen well, not anymore.
Well, she died.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
But, it's something like that. And you're just like, so, and then she'll just keep talking on in a conversation. And I'm like, you can't say things like that. And
You
then
can.
yeah, I mean, you can. This is America. But like, you got to be able to back that up.
Nah.
You got to be able to back that up.
I'm working on it.
So yeah, but yeah, I love a conspiracy theory. I love conspiracy theories because I find them entertaining. Kendall believes many of them. I believe many of them too. But so that's why reason number 432 as to why we are a really great couple.
What started your lore of conspiracy theory rabbit holes?
My lore of what was the
what
first
made
thing?
you like not trust the narrative?
Goodness.
Ooh. I mean, I feel like 9/11's obvious.
Yeah. That's so. Welcome to our podcast. This is the 9/11 episode. Just tribute. Yeah, probably something around then.
Yeah.
But I was in 9th grade when that happened. So
No, you weren't. You were 8th grade.
I was in 9th grade because I was in Greer High School.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
I was
I
in
was in
homeschool.
I was in
You
8th
were
grade.
in 8th grade. But yeah, there was that started. No, you know what? It might have been before then. It might have been.
When your dog died.
No, goodness
Oh.
gracious. When my dog died, I gotta go. I think this was a mistake.
You didn't go to the
I
farm.
gotta go cry. Listen, so we went to Dallas. We did a road trip and we went through Dallas and then we went to where JFK was assassinated. And then I remember that was like one of the touristy things we did. And there was, there was a dude that was like standing out there on the grassy knoll, like spouting the conspiracies. And I didn't know. I was probably like 6th grade
Yeah.
or something at the time. And it was like, or maybe 5th grade.
He was right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
think
it's
so.
proven now.
It is. Yeah.
yeah.
So don't trust the government.
We're gonna get banned immediately. We're gonna get shadow banned.
That's
so
fine.
fast.
But yeah, we are very much, yeah. Anyways, so, yeah, there's a conspiracy theory. That's probably when I started. When did you start? When was the first time that you were like, oh, this is a conspiracy, it's not real?
I would say when we were learning about World War II.
Okay.
And they said
Just in
that-
general, you don't believe World War II happened?
No, I believe it happened, but not that.
I feel like all of our grandparents fought in World War II.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
World War II. I'm not talking about it didn't happen.
Yes, continue.
But I never believed that Hitler shot himself in the bunker.
Never, ever.
Never.
Your
And
history
then-
teacher said, and then Hitler shot himself in the bunker, and you were like, nope.
That's too easy of an end because you think about all the complexities.
We're off the rails.
Okay, no. Here's the deal. I'm a history buff, though. I love studying history, and I
Yeah.
always have. So, like, going through Revolutionary War and all that, and then, getting into, like, the Civil War and things like there's always a bigger picture at play than just what you're taught in history class.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that very early on. Even just, like, watching the History Channel growing up, that was, like, fun for
Ancient
me.
Aliens.
Yeah. Great show.
Very real.
And then when we get into World War II and we're starting to study it, and they're just like, oh, and then he shot himself in the bunker. And then you go look and say,
And you're like, BS.
yeah, 100%. I'm like, there's no way it ended.
Prove it.
There's no
They're like,
way.
here's a skull. And then they're like, that's a female skull.
Yeah, from the USSR.
What's going on in Argentina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the U-boats.
What's Operation Paperclip?
Thank you.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that
But
one.
you didn't learn all
But
that
I don't
until
know that
adulthood.
I don't know that I believe that the first time you heard the fact
No,
that?
I didn't know all that when I
Yeah.
heard it. I'm saying that was the first time I was like, that's too easy of an end, and I don't believe that's the full picture.
Gotcha. Your hatred for Hitler would not allow you to believe that that's how he ended it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not even my hatred of him. It's the complexity of how complex the network of fascism and Nazism was worldwide.
So this podcast, we've changed. It is no longer a podcast about authenticity and laughter. This is...
Is that normal?
No, it stopped recording. What is this? Let me see if I can figure it.
Oh, it's back.
Okay, cool. Well, that's gonna happen. Yeah. So this is going to be a lot of what our podcast.
You know what's fun is we're gonna learn.
We aren't coming on here with a 4-point sermon to spout to you. We're coming on here. We'll have some ideas. We'd love if you guys want us to talk about specific things.
Yo
we'd
guys?
if yours guys.
Use guys, get this guy Boyga.
Oh gosh. Then we'll do that. But yeah. So yeah. So
I think we're gonna learn a lot about each other too, and that's fun.
I love that.
Yeah.
I really want. We should get one of those games where it's like those cards that tell you like very interesting questions to ask each other. Mm-hmm. That'd be really great.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. So really, we're just trying to save our marriage, and doing that in a public forum.
14 years later.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, maybe we can wrap up with whatever this was, and just say, if you watched to this point, thank you. We'll be praying for you, and we want to do this, somewhat regularly. I don't know what that's going to look like. We're going to figure all of this out as we go, and we'll try and keep on some sort of track or task.
Nah.
And
We're just gonna riff.
we're
dog.
just riffing
riffing
with the dogs, but
Shred the gnar.
shredding our, just barreling the turnpike,
Okay, let's end with a game.
Okay, yeah. One game that we like to play as we're driving, and Dylan, our middle child, loves to play and does not understand it, is this is a game that you can play. Maybe that's the thing. We can give them a game to play. Game. Oh, the other one was fun that we did too that we've made up. Okay.
Guess the fart.
That's a fun one. Guess the Fart is fun.
but you
That's a
gotta-
new song, new game. That's a new game that we've just started playing. Is like
that
if you're
song
about
go?
to fart, you say, guess my fart, and then someone's like, and then you fart, and then you'll see how close. There's no points, no winner. So if you're competitive and you have to win, it's not for you. So this is called, I don't know what the game's called, but you count down from 3.
3, 2, 1.
2 people play, and you both just say a random thing. I think it needs to be a noun. Like it needs to be a thing.
Yeah.
Not like a person or an existential crisis or anything like that. So, and then the goal is you say a thing, they say a thing, and then then you say 3, 2, 1 again, and your goal is to try and get closer to each other until you say the same word. So let's do it. 3, 2, 1, cat.
Dog.
Whoa! So close already. 3, 2, 1, pat. Woo! We're so good at this. And we're so good at high-fiving.
Woo!
Woo! And mics love it.
The other night at
Microphones love it when you
The
high-five.
other night at dinner, I left Grace hanging so hard on a high five and didn't even know it. And Bonnie's like, I just hated that so much for you.
All right, let's do it again. 3, 2,
2,
1,
1,
taco. Chair, taco. 3, 2, 1, Mexican. I cheated.
You cheated. Start over.
All right, 3, 2, 1, guitar.
Frame.
Frame. 3, 2, 1, wood.
Studio.
Studio, wood. 3, 2, 1, recording. We're pretty good.
Yeah, we did good today. Sometimes we don't do
It's
very
because we're married.
good. We're recording.
It's because we're
We're
recording.
married.
Yes. All right. The other game we came up with was we just say a word and then the other has to.
Oh,
What was that?
Mr. Postman. Keep going.
We say a word and then the other person has to try and think of a song that start like a lyric to a song that starts with that
Do
word.
you like my sweatshirt I got today?
Shout out to Matrix Chiropractic. Give us free adjustments on our back.
No, but I did get this sweatshirt today for free.
You did. I'm so proud of you.
They're great.
You've come such a long way.
Yeah, I don't have scoliosis no more.
Alignment is important.
when
My
the
stomach is growling.
spine's off.
The mind's off.
The mind's off.
And when the mind's off,
It's all dead.
it's all dead. Matrix Chiropractic, if you would like to use that for your tagline, when the spine's off, the mind's off. And when the mind's off, it's all dead.
Yep.
You can have that one for free. So back to the game I was telling them about, if I said, somewhere,
Over the rainbow.
you guys sing it though.
Oh, we're singing. Okay.
Oh, we're singing.
Oh, we're singing.
Oh,
Oh.
So you go.
Don't.
Forget about me.
Sounds good.
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't you forget about me.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I can't.
I can't take it anymore.
Ooh, that's not a song.
No, I
But
made
you
it
made
up.
it up. So you lost.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do it again. You didn't even come up with a word. You said I can't do this. You can't do the game.
No, I said I can't.
That was your word.
That was my one. That was my one word.
Was it? Okay, my turn. Daughter.
Of
easy.
mine.
Oh.
Tell me, where have you been? I'm a dun dun dun. Ba 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 ba. Yep.
I was gonna say, don't call me daughter. It will remind.
It's got to start. So that's got to be like the
I
first
thought it could
word.
just be a line.
It could just be a word existing in the same universe as a song
All
that you
right,
think of.
hit me up one more time.
Baby.
I did it again. No, baby, baby, baby.
No, I prefer
That was oops.
baby. I did it
It
again.
says me, oops, I did it again.
Baby,
Bye-bye.
I did it again.
What? She says baby.
I
in that song
sharted my
somewhere.
pants. All of our songs and jokes go to poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's boys. I'm a boy.
Well, we bless you. Have a great day.
Continue. If you could pray for everybody, but sing it. Go ahead. Yes. Thank you, Lord. Go ahead.
Surely, goodly, and mercy will follow
ahead.
me. All.
All right, wrapping up. Thank you for watching this. If you did watch all of this, if anybody's watched this, you should comment Tarantula Hawk into the comments so that we know that you actually listened to the whole thing.
Oh.
It has nothing to do with anything, but it's such a random thing that only people who have stuck with us throughout this entire fever dream of a podcast will see it. But just if you take anything away, I'm Ben. This is Kendall. We're the Patats.
Who?
This is Nope.
I should have said who was.
Oh my gosh.
Josh.
We're the Patats. This is genuinely funny. We want to be authentic and have fun and laugh. And we challenge you and encourage you to be who you fully are and laugh a lot.
Be
Because
weird. Enjoy your life.
Be weird, enjoy your life, and yeah, have a great day.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Hey.
A real quick sign off, just like we started.
Oh, I didn't do it this time.
Okay.
I think I like tomatoes when they're ripe and good for
me. I like tomatoes when they're ripe and they're good for me. Kendall doesn't know that I'm recording her right now.
The phantom of the opera is there inside my mind. I'm glad the chickens aren't dead. The phantom of the opera is there inside my mind.
Two little butts.
Just
Sit on my
two
window.
little butts.
Someone's been eating my porridge.
Who's been eating all my soups again?
My soups. Someone's been devouring my soups.
My tomato soup is gone.
Not my soups.
Where's my cheese?
Oh, what a world.
Gotta get that shot.
He's interviewed by Larry King, run-of-the-mill goblin. Farts and poops.
Inside my mind. It's like about oral, and it's sacrilegious. And like I remember the music video as a kid. Y'all, do you remember VH1?
They're not going to respond to you. You could do that the whole time, and they will not
This is like
answer
The
back.
Office.